Hey, good morning. It's a little morning throat clearing cough. Hope you're all doing well today. Happy Tuesday. Not my new usual schedule, but I thought we would check this out. Thanks for joining. We're walking in LA. We are heading towards the Hudson apartment building. A really cool apartment building in on Hollywood Boulevard. And the reason why we're heading there today is because Mindy Kaling is getting a star. And someone mentioned that in the chat. Good morning. I saw you out yesterday. Insane. So I've never been to a star setting or whatever this is called. I actually looked it up to see if there was a term, and there's not. So I guess we'll call it a star setting. I've never gone to one of these, and I've lived here for a long enough time that this seems like something I should have done by now. See somebody get a star. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm also excited that it's in front of this awesome building, which is a historical building in downtown Hollywood, if you will. This building was built by Samuel Goldwyn, the G in MGM, right, and Jesse Lasky. Those are early movie people in Hollywood. Jesse Lasky, I think, maybe the original Little Rascals were the famous players, the Jesse Lasky. Anyway, built in 1917, it was an apartment building actually built for actors. We love the Palladium, right? I was looking at old pictures of the Palladium because I thought those like little figurines to the left and right, the neon figurines, were original, but they're not. You know, we are actually blessed to have this. Blessed. We're actually lucky to have this Palladium. I gotta tell you, I got my walk signal and I'm not paying attention. Um, we'll walk a little closer to the Palladium and read the historical plaque, because why not? We're on Sunset Boulevard. The star setting, ooh, Waymo all by itself. The star setting is until 11:30. I just thought I would try to get a good spot. I'm really excited to kind of see it, to be honest with you. Because again, I've never seen anything. I've never seen one of these star settings. I remember when it was the House of Blues, and I remember that coffee bean actually. I've always kind of lived in this neighborhood, so we probably crossed paths at the coffee bean. Do you remember when I don't know how old you are, but were you there when Nickelodeon was still there? I lived in this neighborhood when Nickelodeon was still here and making shows. I lived in an apartment building a couple blocks away. Um, I was like an adult, and this apartment building was full of Nickelodeon wannabe stars. Built in 1940 during the big one, WW2. Anyway, Nickelodeon Studios were right there. And I think that is built for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like it was torn down, and then that facade was a club in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And I think those buildings. I also was looking at some old pictures, and I have a couple pictures of this Morgan camera store before it was completely crapified. I always thought it should be like a secret. Hey, love perp. I always thought it should be like a secret bar. Like it looks like a camera shop, but you walk into the back or into a photo booth and into the bar. There's the Coffee Bean is now called Cafe All Day. This waffle place is pretty good, but I only say that because it offers you outdoor seating. The waffles are good though. I can't really eat that kind of food in the beginning of the day because then I just want to take a nap. Pancakes and waffles. There's a bell from a mission. These are kind of hidden all over the place. I don't know what this one's for. Just a warning that this building caused cancer. Camino Real. Yeah, fun times. Those missions. You know, growing up on the East Coast, and probably for you guys a lot too, the history that we learned is kind of washed out. But we don't want to get political. I really have enjoyed learning about the history of Los Angeles over the past few years, but I only recently have been digging a little deeper. And it's fascinating. I mean, like, there were this was kind of established before Jamestown, and we think of the East Coast as the start. Wallach's Music, a giant record store, sat here, but not that interesting. Also, this was where Schwab's was, the famous Schwab's. I think only people of a certain age know that story, right? Where Lana Turner was discovered in the drugstore. Right? And the more you uncover about the history of LA, then you find some really crappy stuff. So I kind of feel like the future should be what we are doing now, you know? What you're doing yesterday. I wish I was on a skateboard right now. It's really beautiful here. BT dubs. I have a coat on. Idiotically. What are we looking at for weather? Woo! 59. It really does not feel like 59 degrees. It feels like 69. No, sorry, 74 degrees. So thanks for joining. We're heading up Vine. towards the Taft building. Here comes skateboarding. I'm gonna make way for him. This has got to be the best sidewalk to skateboard because it is so smooth. Not the best sidewalk to walk on in the rain, but skateboarding, I think it's pretty good. Except for maybe some of these older stars poke up a little bit. Like the G in Ralph Morgan. You could trip on that. Our lovely Capitol Records building. It's probably once the toast of the town, the Hollywood Plaza Hotel. You know, I love a good old hotel. Yeah. So here we are approaching Hollywood Boulevard. Thank you guys for watching. We're kind of getting up close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you have the opportunity, please like, subscribe, chat. Um, you can always unsubscribe later. Just maybe help me get to 1,000. JK, I really hope you don't unsubscribe. Capitol Records building. Pantages. I can't remember the song either, but I know what you're talking about. This is the Broadway Hollywood building, which I love. It's a department store, or was a department store, right? I really want to get on the roof and get a picture of that sign. So bad. And, you know, I hate heights. I am going to stay on the shady side of the street for now. We'll be crossing over to the sunny side. Maybe that's why they put her on that side of the street. Thank you guys so much for joining. This is going to be a first time for me. Hey, Gary. Pretty cold up there. How's the winds? I saw that did not happen in Calgary, but the plane that flipped over is kind of scary. I think we can see the peak of the building that we're heading to. It's the terracotta roof. Yeah, it's 1917 beauty, Spanish style building. A really standout. Oh, that's probably when there was nobody driving there though. You couldn't drive fast enough because the traffic is so bad. Thanks, Gary. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. So this is I guess a pop-up stream. Normally my laundry day. I'll go home and do laundry, but I wanted to see somebody get a star. I thought that would be really fun. I wonder if those cones and everything are for the event. I can't imagine. No, that's not really in front of the building we're going to. I hope we can get close enough to see. It's funny because this star is something like you get nominated for by your fan club or and Raymond Chandler Square we're in right now. And then I think they have to pay $24,000 to get the star. And they don't nominate. You cannot nominate yourself. I think she's getting the 2,800th star on the Walk of Fame. I kind of I've only like peripherally been a fan of Mindy's, I have to say. Um, so I did a little deep dive on her, and I was like, oh, she grew up in Boston, which is cool, and then she went to Dartmouth, which is in New Hampshire, also cool. Um, and then she wrote a couple really funny off-Broadway plays. I don't know. I'm excited. Oh, there may already be a crowd. Whoa. So we are 35 minutes early. I can't imagine standing in the sun for 35 minutes while this happens, but we'll figure it out. I wish Kung Pao Kitty was still open. That was a pretty cool little spot. Not cheap. Wow, I say there is a crowd. They're gonna do a flyover. Hey, NLA, welcome, welcome. Oh, thanks. Imagine if I had to buy a ticket for this and I didn't know, or something stupid like that. Or maybe we can't even get close. I really should have done better research, kids. We'll be removing that song later. Just kidding. So, let's talk about this building, which is very interesting to me. So, Hillview Apartments, now it's called something old-timey Hudson apartment buildings. 1917, always fun on Hollywood Boulevard. was rumored to have a speakeasy that was frequented by Rudolph Valentino. Also, Charlie Chaplin lived here. I think he lived everywhere though. All right, let's go cross through this thing and see what we can see. And not step in any puddles because you never know what they are. Really? So maybe we could just stand here. Because I don't think those seats are for us. But fun. Are those people actually waiting to see this? Thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh, thanks so much. Let's get in this line and see if we can get a seat. We've got about a half an hour of line though before this starts. Um, I'm trying to see if these people have like passes or anything. Because I don't want to wait in this line and then get the boot. Oh, stupid short cord. I need a long, light cord. Oh my gosh, yeah, please. Absolutely. Here's my CTA. I'll go a little higher, it might be more interesting in case we actually. I'm trying to, I don't know how close you can actually get. I'm really limited by this cord. Hold on. Give the gimbal a little juice. Right? That's what I was saying. I forgot who mentioned it on the chat the other day, but I was like, I don't know, check it out. I have never seen one of these before. I don't really know how it works. But I shouldn't say I don't know how it works. I did go online and look it up. It said get here early. I thought I would get here at 11:11. I got here even earlier. It's kind of like living in New York and not going to the Statue of Liberty. These happen all the time. I usually only ever hear about them after they happen, actually. And it's usually somebody I don't care that much about. I will admit, though, not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest Mindy fan, but I appreciate her work. I never got into The Office. Don't hate on me. The chairs are, I think, on a first come, first served basis. Well, not the chairs with water. Sorry, I'm not used to standing still so much. We're usually walking.
Good, good. I love the last outfit. I like the last outfit. No, no, I thought like this.
Yeah, I actually probably. Um, yeah, I noticed that because when I did my research, they kind of had her history from the Ben Affleck, Matt Damon play to like maybe 2 years ago. I think she was promoting a movie. But yeah, I've heard that about The Office. I always feels weird to get into something years after. Like I never watched The Sopranos either. I almost never watched Breaking Bad because I got into it too late. That would have been a shame because I really love that. I wonder, I keep seeing a guy with his DJI attached to his iPhone, and I'm kind of wondering if he's using the DJI as a camera for live streaming. I'm not gonna ask though. I really love to do that. And I know I can kind of do it through the Mimo app. I don't think if you do it through the Mimo app, you can get 1080p though. That was the problem. Okay, this is why I've never been to one of these before. I feel the same way solo casting. I like developed this like hatred for working on Sunday when I worked in Boston because all the cool things for me to do were on Sunday or involved staying out late on a Saturday night, which meant I would be a wreck at work on Sunday morning. Um, but you did get paid time and a half for working on a Sunday. I don't mind live streaming on a Sunday though. That's labor of love. hope you can't hear the conversation of the people behind me, and I'm not exposing them because they'll never work again.
So who's in the now?
Mindy Kaling.
I'm just trying to catch as much stuff as I can. You know, and definitely try not to miss out on things that I say I'll do and then I never do, or I'll go to and never go to, and then they close or burn down.
About the money. Yeah. That's what good. That's yeah. You. But also, I said it's great. I mean,
Oh gosh, I should have brought a taller stick. Sorry, I know this is not right. Oh, here we go. Something. They should have snacks. Yeah. Or somebody with water. Right? Let's see how close we can get to it. I heard beige carpet was the cool carpet though this year. We saw that at the Grammys. I think it was 59 when I looked last. 60, 15 Celsius. I wish the wind gust was a little clearer. It would be a great day to go into the hills and look down. Oh, who could be mad at the tour bus? Yeah. Oh, I feel like. Oh my gosh. They're a little bit of a pain in the ass, the overlays. Um, I just use the stickers. And then there's something called Streamlabs that I got the weather ticker from. And I usually will turn it on and then turn it back off. I couldn't figure out how to use the be right back thing for a while. I turned it on one time and I couldn't turn it back off. Not our person. I have no idea who that was. Not the star of the day, though. Here we go. A much shinier Escalade. The overlays kind of suck, so I try to use them sparingly. Don't use the chat overlay, by the way, because it's really pixelated. I learned that the hard way. Also, the YouTube chat shows up, so it doubles it. And then for the text stuff, like where you're the like subscribe, you can there's a box you can check on there. Hey Dave, a box you can check there that makes them like appear and disappear or play out their loop. It took me a couple days to figure this out, and of course I couldn't find the videos to do exactly what I wanted, so I spent a lot of time. But don't be so hard on yourself solo casting at all. Like, it takes time to use that thing. My first live streams were so bad. And then my first live streams with Prism were also not that great. It's a little unnecessarily simple in some places. I mean, complicated in some places, and simple in others. Thanks, Mary. I am trying to get close. I'm trying to get over that hump. Thanks for subbing. It's almost hot enough. I don't think. Poor Kathy Griffin. I don't think she'd mind being next to a chimp. There is a walk of fame in Palm Springs also. And our rock and roll walk of fame up on Sunset by where the all music stores were. Yes. Oh, we're not here for the anti. Dude, I wouldn't even. I wouldn't even wait in line to ride a ride the other day. Gary, this is probably the. Hey, Karina, welcome back. Beautiful day in LA. We are on Hollywood Boulevard for a star setting. That's the term I'm using for setting the star in the sidewalk. Oh, no worries. I saw somebody wrote yesterday in your chat, this channel is all about protests. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty great. Good afternoon, JK. We're in front of the Hudson, the pink apartment building on Hollywood Boulevard, 1917. Supposedly Rudolph Valentino had a speakeasy in the basement. And Charlie Chaplin lived here. And Mae Davis, whoever that is, it was built by Samuel Goldwyn and Jesse Lasky. The first apartment building in Hollywood for actors and actresses. Still an apartment building today. We're literally looking at the crappiest part of it, though. That window right there. We'll cross the street later and check it out from the front, though. All right. Mindy Kaling from The Office and the Mindy Project is getting a star today. Someone mentioned it in the chat on Sunday, and I mean, I've never been to one of these, so I was like, why not? Check it out. I feel like I always hear about them afterwards.
Well, 3 weeks ago, one day.
That's probably smart. I just really, it's two of us. I really enjoy reading the chat. I guess I would be able to see it anyway. But also, it's good if you're watching live or later to see what I'm actually responding to. Hey Gary, there are a lot of free things to do in Los Angeles for sure. Most of the time it feels lucky. I'm overdressed and really hot right now, so I don't feel so lucky. Really? Really early on, I got some stuff. I'm not sure why we're cordoned off over here. One one of my first couple live chats, I was like reading what was on the screen, and it was a bunch of emojis, and of course I read them. Trying to figure out what they were saying. It wasn't nice. And people are kind of cowards when it comes to chat. Like you can just write almost anything and hide behind it. Because it's easy to hide behind your on the other end of the internet, whatever. Some of it's funny to me, and I'll let it live, though, the trolling. Yeah, I think they set up the account just to troll. Um, One night we were talking about Waymos, and then all of a sudden, a Waymo account appeared, which was kind of fun. I asked him to sponsor me. It was a fake Waymo channel. Hey. You guys could probably see better than I can. I don't think I'm gonna get in one for a while, especially not on the highway, right? A freeway. I can barely drive on the freeway. Actually, I can drive on the freeway pretty well. I'm just not very fast. Um, and lane assist, the car practically drives itself. Cool. So not my most compelling work here, but an event nonetheless. Huh? Here, I'm trying to do a close-up, which I've never do very successfully. Isn't that awesome? Well, she didn't wear the dress in the picture I put up. Right, those Waymo Jaguars are electric. On that, when the ones that are not have the Ingenium engine, that is in the Jaguars and Land Rovers, which is amazing since they
Wah! Fucking crybaby.
That's the voice of the current president of Hollywood Boulevard.
you guys asked for stars. This is kind of one. I mean, this is one.
Must be a Baptist chariot.
He's the for Mindy Kaling. He also ends some of the recent star ceremony. Thank you, Mr. Steve Neeson. Mabuhay. I just read it in Filipino. It's okay.
Yeah, they were made. It's also like the new engine since Ford stopped making Jaguar, Land Rover. I said 2,800 actually. Whoa. It's the same company now. Jaguar Land Rover. I only know because I have a Land Rover. I don't even know what we're seeing because I can't really see the screen, so. Gosh. I really don't know what's going on behind me. Some fun stuff. What's a horrible car? Ugh. Sorry, I don't do really great when I zoom in. We're missing out. All right.
They asked her to stay every single morning that we come.
I've had zero issues with my car. It's been a pleasure to drive, but I only drive a little bit. And you know, they treat me like a queen at the Land Rover dealer, um, or at the repair shop. I've never had a repair. Maybe should have gotten here a little. You know, I really imagined this a lot different in my head. Maybe this is my Statue of Liberty that I should never have gone to. Hey, Ty. Welcome, welcome. In a regular stream, that doesn't sound good, but you know what I mean. The Lincoln Navigator is a heavy car. I used to have I think in 19, I've had several old cars because nothing rusts here, right? We're happy to see you. Always, Ty. Thank you so much. To put the star back into the setting without pinching your fingers, I would say that's the hardest part of the job. Look at these lucky people get to sit down. If we can't really get close to this, we'll come back another time and see the fresh star. Hey, Jamie. You were the one that told me about this. Thank you. Actually, this is the first one I've ever been to. I feel like a tourist. Hey, Roy. We're way behind the scenes. Hey, Brave Bull. Oh, sorry. I think I made, maybe. Here's the back of somebody giving a speech. Interesting. This is really behind the scenes. That's who I think it is too. I kind of recognize the voice. look up a. We need to get City Hall loud. I think she's already here. Somewhere. That's correct. Yeah, that's what I thought. This place is locked tighter than an airport, actually. I didn't know I would be live streaming today, actually. Apparently not, but that's okay. Maybe they do. And maybe that's why they have me behind the tree. At least it's not July. Whoop. James House was built in 1903. It's the last remaining Victorian home on Hollywood Boulevard. In fact, it's still here. It's it's just moved back a block, and tucked behind. It's a couple blocks ahead. We'll go see it. I'm with ya, brave bull. Stupid COVID, I guess, ruined everything. Right? I feel bad for getting this poor man's bald spot. Maybe they could have talked to the construction people. Hey, Focused, how are you? We're watching a star get set, sort of, from a distance. A little hot, but good. Overdressed as usual. Because we're bored and it's hot.
Mindy has kept this art form alive in Hollywood personally. And it has been incredible to watch. And I will also say that it is only thanks to Mindy's work and incredible success that my daughter, Gabi, a proud couple of Americans, will never have to wonder, as I did when I was young, whether she was worthy of being a star of a rom-com. I've watched in awe and inspired as you years on to the stage. And when I heard that you were about to make a film in the city of Los Angeles, as the only South Asian representing this city, I knew I had to be here to congratulate you. So thank you for your congratulations.
Yay, alright. She got her star. I'm so tired of standing here. I hope you don't mind. Well, that was exciting, wasn't it? Next time, we'll get a little closer, and wear a little less. So, I think that crowd was a lot bigger than I thought it would be. I can't so. I did it for you. and I guess from my own experience as well. So happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are doing something fun today. I wanted to check out a star setting. I'm gonna trademark that. I thought it'd be kind of cool and interesting. Now let's see if we can find the James house. So we probably have to walk back up here unless we cross the street. I feel like that might be the James house right there. So that was where we were standing. Maybe actually even where the hotel was. I'm not sure what is happening with these little Dutch colonials here. Or bungalows, but I love these. So, no, that's the last Victorian house that was on Hollywood Boulevard right there. We can get closer to it. It's behind the pink building that we were just at. I've always kind of wanted to live in the Fontenoy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's Tuesday. If you live in LA, it's beautiful. Hopefully you're getting out today. Solo casting, you going out today? I can't stay on for very long because I'll be really honest with you. I have no clean socks at home. And so laundry is in order. What made me want to... I love this Land Rover Evoque, by the way. This one has a Ford engine in it. The two-door convertible, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. I don't often come up on this block. I think it's changed since the last time I've been here, but probably not. What's in Glendale? What's happening in Glendale? Or is this just your personal stuff? I always catch you by accident, and I know I smashed that bell, right? And then I put all notifications, but I never get a notification. But I will, I'm usually at home doing a little work, peripherally watching YouTube, and then if somebody I like is on, I get on my phone and watch it on TV and text. Angeles is a penchant for destroying things and making itself over. I find it really weird that this house was moved at all, the James house, because I think this is probably at a time when we didn't pay too much attention to our history. Like if they would have known how important the the Victorian houses in Bunker Hill and the Art Deco buildings were downtown, they probably wouldn't have torn them down. I think this might be a restaurant. So this is the back of the Hudson apartment building where we just were standing. They're tolling the bell for Mindy's star. You can hear it. Just kidding. Public park. I'm just gonna walk right in here. Oh, yeah, no, I'm just gonna walk right in here. Wish me luck. Hey, Beduckstein, we just used Miss Mindy Kaling getting a star. But we weren't that close, so you didn't miss much. So, I guess it's the Hotel Juniper. So I don't know when they moved this from the boulevard to here. But it's awesome that they saved them. We do tear a lot of stuff down here. Mindy would never stay at this hotel. It's a residence now. Oh, at this hotel. I don't know if this hotel's really open anymore. I think it might just be parking. A place to park your car. That is not Harvard Square. I caught myself saying parking. My week so far is good. I'm off my schedule because I didn't chore today. I came to Hollywood Boulevard, so I'm in desperate need of laundry. I gotta go home and do my londo before I have to wear inside-out socks. We probably could have gotten a better view if we stood outside of Hollywood Gifts, because they're facing the side that we're walking at. There's Hush. Yes. Send your laundry my way. It might be expensive to freight forward, but oh. Yeah, so funny, but from this side you actually can see more of the hot happenings. I feel like the cops are going to yell at me for filming them. Whew. Congratulations to Mindy. Looks like this would be the perfect time to eat at Harold's because there's no one there. This store, Playmates, actually has been here forever, and it recently closed. And I have to tell you, I never got shoes here, but I was sad. The sexy shops on this street, some of them are still here. There used to be a ton of strip clubs in Hollywood also. I'm not condoning that, I'm just saying, like, I think back at the end of this by Vine, like, we'll walk by one of the last remaining strip clubs, but I think there used to be a couple over here. I think maybe Souvenirs might have been a strip club too. I kind of had to get away from the crowd. The person behind me, oh, now I'm looking at a sexy twink. The person behind me was stepping on my heel, and I think they were, even though I was there before them, I think they were trying to, I don't know. I hate crowds. I think that's a better shot than Glendale. I would join you. I have to do laundry. I just have to do laundry. Hey, she looked beautiful. I mean, I tried to get close-ups as much as I could and focus, but she looked exquisite from a distance. A lovely black dress and hair, perfect. And a really smart woman too, you know? That building is also a historical landmark. It's the Owl Drug Store. And I would imagine that it looked pretty cool in its day, very Art Deco, but Popeye's chicken kind of just takes away from it. I'm gonna cross here and get these tourists. Also, the two things that make me kind of sad, and I know that I'm getting old, Playmates is closed, and then the newsstand. Well, if you've committed, one thing I've realized is I'm trying to come up with a clever saying like family before streaming. I'll come up with something, but I respect that. I was actually I'm doing food tomorrow, and I had already picked out a place here, but I might just go downtown and see what's happening in City Hall. I think it's a really important thing that we are documenting that and broadcasting that. Because I think that goes a lot further, right? Happy wife, happy life. I was thinking of something worse, like, I don't know. I wanted something that rhymed, so that really hit the mark. I feel like there used to be, like along this row, these things open up, they're here for a couple of years or months, and then they're gone. Like, there's a really fancy restaurant, Beso, owned by, what's her name? Desperate Housewives, Longoria, Eva Longoria. Maybe this is Beso. And then it turned into something else. It closed down, turned into something else. Yeah, this was it. Now it's... I have no idea what that says. Maximo? Maximo? It's a former Leeds, which is fun. I love how they kept the department store tile there. So I feel like, so in addition to Showgirls, maybe the Vine was the Vine was also a strip club. I feel like there were a couple in a row here. Yeah, Gary, for sure. I usually, when I first moved here, I worked in Beverly Hills, so like it was a daily occurrence, but also that was 20 years ago, so like TV was still kind of a thing. I think, you know, like So you would see a lot of TV people all the time. And then you're always 6 degrees of separation away from somebody that's somebody's assistant. Well, I don't have any tales or experiences of the sordid nature. I do have some experiences that were not nice, and some that were nice. Mostly I could give a expletive. So we'll just check out Capitol Records since we're right here, right? Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for watching. We're walking in LA. We just watched Mindy accept her star, but did not wait around for them to set it. I feel like I was so far away and sweaty. I want that on a sweatshirt. I wish it kind of leaned. That would be really fun. Although my camera's making it look like it's the leaning Tower of Pisa. I'm always overdressed. I have a chore coat. I guess that's what you call this. Maybe you'll see it, like a twill sort of jacket over a Oxford shirt. I don't mind being overdressed, I just don't want to sweat. Does anybody remember? Yes, I do remember that, Brandon. Does anybody remember when I was a kid, I Love Lucy was on all the time? I think we're looking at almost 63. I Love Lucy was on all the time, and when I first moved here, I didn't work for a little bit. And coincidentally, the I Love Lucy where she goes to California, it's 61. It really feels like 75. I can only tell you what I did in Beverly Hills was helping people for now. My NDA. Where was I? Anyway, I Love Lucy. So it was funny because I lived in Hollywood, and this building, when I Love Lucy is in Hollywood, is prominently in the background, the Broadway Hollywood. I always assumed it was a hotel, but it's actually a department store. And I cannot figure out where the hotel she would have been staying at if that was looking out her window. My favorite is when she steals the star from the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I mean the Hollywood Walk of Fame from the Mann's Chinese Theater. And then you see the Mann's Chinese Theater like all tiny by itself sitting there. Although it's probably a set, but maybe not. I mean, Desilu Studios are a couple blocks. Well, they're not there anymore. Well, actually, part of it is there. It's like Las Palmas and Santa Monica. So, not too far from here. I feel like I Love Lucy is kind of like comfort food, really. Because it was always on when I was a kid. And and well into adulthood, right? And there's an episode I've never seen. Also, like some older TV shows, it's a little old-fashioned feeling, but it's still kind of funny. It still hits. I wanted to get, since I wasn't going to stream today, this was also an owl drug, by the way, this corner shop. Since I wanted to, this is a special stream today, I wanted to get that, remember when there was a after school special, that special, like, animation? I tried to find that to use for my special. Well, you know what I'm going to do for you then, Jamie? We are going to walk over Lucy's Star, which is coming up. It's unfortunately not in a very lovely location, at the sort of end of the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Thanks. You know, I'm always looking to improve stuff, and when I watch like the dudes, and by dudes I mean men and women on YouTube that, well, this is how you grow your channel, this is how you gotta do. It's always like the shorts, the titles, the shorts, the titles. My stuff does best when the shorts, not the shorts. They do talk a lot about shorts. Sorry, the thumbnails, the titles, Anyway, every time I try to alter the title to make it gripping or sexy or something that is not me, doesn't go as well. So that's why I stick to the titles. If you ever want to know where I'm going and it's not in the title, it's usually always in the description. And then it always says to use text on the thumbnails, but my videos and live streams do better without the text. It's like the mysterious aspect, like me. So thank you for the compliment on the thumbnails. That live on Mindy I did, the first text thumbnail I've done in a while. Home of the pizza burger, that's too much. There's Amoeba again. We know what else too, like when I say this, I'm not trying to sound snotty or jerky, but I know, like I want people that are curious, and then genuinely interested to subscribe and chat, you know? So maybe if the thumbnails are a little more mysterious, I can keep this more manageable, because I really, really like being able to respond to everybody's chat when I can. So right now we're walking in Hollywood, the sort of where Hollywood meets East Hollywood. We're gonna go see Lucille Ball's Star. BSB. I don't know what BSB is. If I say that fast, is that gonna be a swear? BSB. Backstreet Boys, sorry. I don't think so. But they should. You know, we could actually come up with the $24,000. We could get the Backstreet Boys a star. It took me a second. All right. Mostly musicians and radio personalities over here. But what? And the mother from the Munsters. Yvonne DiCarlo, Rock Hudson, Ralph Edwards, whoever that is, Dick Hames, Linda Berry. All face down so you can maybe see Anita Page, Sigmund Lubin, Will Hayes, Loretta Young, you might be right about that, Lee Remick. And then, here we go. Sorry. The delay is kind of crazy. Maybe she also, some people have multiple stars. So if you are an actress, you would get a theater star, you might get a radio star, and you might get a recording star. I bet you anything. You like my shoes today? Wow. Again, these are really not appropriate shoes. Just want to let you know. They're really comfy and brown, but they're boots. Okay. And bye. And hi. And hold on. There we go. Whew, trippy. Alright, that's our little acid flashback moment. Montgomery Clift, whose ghost is supposedly in the Roosevelt Hotel. You know, they say that if I want to get follows, I gotta have some special effects. Janis Joplin. Jimmy Smits. And then Gregory Peck. This is really fancy. Gregory Peck, who I love Gregory Peck. Stanley Kramer, I don't really know who that is. These boots have air soles in them. I think they're Clarks with Nike. And so as you walk, they kind of like pump air and cushion the step. So they're kind of like sneakers. I'll try to stop spinning, Gary. I was trying to make it more like, you know, acid-y than vertigo-y. I'm trying to up my special effects for likes and views. Hey, by the way, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. We're going to be walking tomorrow, Friday, the Ghost Walk in Hollywood. Saturday, I can't remember what I'm doing, but it's kind of a free form, so I maybe haven't decided yet. I have it written down at home. And then Sunday, there's an event. I'll post my schedule probably at the end of tomorrow for the rest of the week. I'm still kind of working on the Ghost. Only in LA you have a channel that you are streaming from yet? If so, let us know, because I will check it out. I'm gonna go home and put shorts on. Don't wear a sweatshirt. Right, almost 1,000. I have no idea how many are on right now, or how close I am, but I think I was 38 away. Thank you, Gary. I always appreciate you. I always get unlikes, or whatever their thumbs downs is, too. A couple. Alright. if you are still under the live stream limit for subscribers, just like, and want to go live, you can do it through Prism, actually, which is what I use, and Solocasting 22 uses. But I think as many perspectives as we can get from downtown is great. This is an important time. I'll check out your shorts, though. Your YouTube shorts, that is. And I will sub to you also. But before I had enough subscribers to go live, I found that workaround through Prism Studios. I still didn't use it. I waited to go live because I was like, they have the stupid icon at the end. But now I don't care about the icon at the end. Like, it's a free app. They do not sponsor me. It's a free app and enables me to do 1080p with my crappy T-Mobile wireless. We share the same affliction. You kind of just see them everywhere doing normal things, and you never recognize them because they have no makeup on, including men. There are very few people where I'm like, wow, stunning. Gwen Stefani. I saw her like 5 times in one day. I think I talked about that on a walk. Stunning in person. I mean, this was like 10 years ago. I don't know what she looks like now. And her husband at the time, Gavin Rossdale, stunning in person. Like, I felt like Louis De Palma. You can go live if you're under the amount of subs with Prism Studios. It's a little bit of a workaround, but it totally works, and it's YouTube legal. You see them at the farmer's market. When we were at the flea market the other day, I saw an older man that looked familiar. And you can always tell an older man's been on TV, maybe even if it's something you didn't watch, by how well groomed they are, maybe. But without being at work, I run into the most celebrities probably around Silver Lake. I'm sure at the flea market on Sunday there were at least a couple. I can't wait to go back to that flea market to actually shop. I rewatched it, and there were so many sweatshirts and t-shirts I wanted to buy. Yeah, back to the Prism app. Yeah, it's really great. I mean, especially if you don't have enough subs. You just have to deal with the little Prism logo in the bottom, but going live really... Sorry, guys. Going live, I kind of feel like is the most rewarding thing because you get to interface with people. I've been to El Cid in Silver Lake. They hold some event every once in a while, and we always talk about going. But yeah, Silver Lake is probably it's not my neighborhood, but it's the bar neighborhood that I would go to over, like, let's say downtown LA or West Hollywood. Not that I would never go down to downtown LA. I think downtown LA, the reason why I don't party there is because the trains stop. I think they were doing. I feel like we did hear about the Uncabaret. I think Akbar was doing some kind of cabaret thing last night. But yeah, there are a couple of clubs downtown that I would like to check out. I just, I hate paying for an Uber or parking. And I guess I don't want to walk home from downtown. I've done it before. I do not really drink. I'm a California sober. I've never loved drinking. It just usually gave me terrible hangovers the next day, and I call myself a one drink drunk or one beer queer because literally if I drink it really fast, the drink, I feel nothing, and then 5 minutes, boom. I'm a little tipsy, and then if I have two, it's all over. I'm throwing up in Planters and calling in sick. So I only don't drink because I feel like I've gotten back more of my life by not having to recuperate from it. California sober. So I'm a midnight toker. And a magic mushroomer. I mean, I say that like I do these all the time. I don't all the time, but like, no, they don't just give anyone a star. People have to nominate that person for the star. And then if their nomination is met, then they pay $24,000 and get a star. Yeah, Brandon, that's how I kind of feel. Although, there's something about the taste of a beer on a hot day, but usually just the first half of the bottle for me. Once it starts to get room temperature, I don't like it anymore. Right? She's from Massachusetts, Boston specifically, and she went to Dartmouth, so we got a little New Hampshire connection there. Hey, Allie. This is my pop-up Tuesday star walk, star setting. Yeah, she is no dummy, for sure. Also, I kind of like, I've never gone to one of these. I'm not a huge Mindy fan. I knew her sort of from The Office, which I didn't watch, and The Mindy Project, which I didn't watch. And I just knew of her. I don't watch a lot of TV shows. I only watch YouTube. Isn't that weird? I cannot believe if 15 years ago, if you would have told me that you're mostly going to watch YouTube one day, you're going to have a YouTube channel one day, I would have laughed at you. But this is some of the highlights of my days are streaming, actually, I have to say. Even though I'm sweating. So, you guys excited for the Oscars? Has anybody seen any Oscars movies? I only saw the Demi Moore one, which was interesting, but was that really good? No, I don't pay for a YouTube Prime membership. As soon as I make money from their ads, enough money to pay for it, maybe I will. I don't really watch movies that often either, Ali. I only watch that because, I don't know, Demi Moore, kind of Hollywood royalty. I have a funny Demi Moore story. Hollywood royalty. I love to see, I don't know, there's so much ageism in Hollywood. I really love to see an older woman in a beefy role, other than Meryl Streep. No offense, Meryl Streep. But the movie was weird. And I love weird, so that means a lot. And then I get the feeling that it really wasn't that good. I kind of want to see The Last Showgirl also. I'm rooting for Pam Anderson as well as Demi Moore. I mean, I don't know that Pam Anderson is nominated for an Oscar. Here's your traffic rundown. You still wish you lived here. If you had to go downtown today, I could probably make it faster than you. You see downtown in the distance, and there's the freeway moving at a snail's pace. What I do with Netflix and HBO Max, like, I can't wait to watch The White Lotus, but like in December and January there's nothing on HBO Max, so I cancel it. And then the shows start coming on, and I wait until like you're halfway through the season. Hey, Sawdust! And then I subscribe so I can sort of binge watch. But I will check out Netflix again. We are currently only YouTubers and Amazon Prime right now. And then I think I have something called Mubi, because that's how I watched the Demi Moore movie. But I'm not interested in The Brutalist, because I feel like that's a story that we've heard so many times it might as well be a Marvel movie. I think they need to change that narrative of the man making good. Should be like a group of people making good, or a group of people. I know, in 1 month I will have HBO Max, and then we can discuss The White Lotus. I love Mike White. Did you ever, what was his, the show on HBO that he did with Laura Dern? I loved that show too. It made me so uncomfortable to watch her in that role, but it was such a good movie. Paddington. I heard that Paddington in, is it Chile or Peru? I can't remember. Was an excellent movie. The reviews are in, and Paddington in Peru is an excellent movie. I want to watch Nosferatu, actually. Mostly out of nostalgia, because I'm going to sound like I'm 90 years old, but when I was a little kid, we had an 8mm movie projector and a bunch of films in boxes, and the two films that we had were the two films that I watched were Nosferatu, the 1930 20 silent movie, and Frankenstein, the 1950s one. Frankenstein is fucked up to me. I might have run into Justin Root. I'm gonna check it out though. Thank you. Enlightened. I would watch that again, actually. I started watching 6 Feet Under again, and The first season, I guess, like I hadn't watched 6 Feet Under since it was on, or maybe a little after it was on. The first season, the stuff that happened in the first season, I didn't remember it happening in the first season. Also, I feel like the first season was before they like hit their stride, and so they were doing these, I forgot about these like weird coffin commercials and embalming fluid commercials. I think Alan Ball kind of throwing stuff at a wall. No relation to Lucille, by the way. This is our Home Depot. I know you guys wanted to see it. Nobody ever believes we have a Home Depot. Joking. I just ordered some moisturizing sunscreen from Amazon. I wish I could stop shopping at Amazon. So where we're approaching right here, this Target, and also the building beyond that, these were all movie studios, silent movie studios. So this is where Intolerance was filmed, the movie that they based the Hollywood and Highland Mall on at one time. So in all the movie studios down here, we're gonna cross maybe. Hey, there are some leftover buildings, and they really look out of place. He was famous. A famous Amos. Smells really delicious, by the way. Oh, where's the building that I'm looking for? So this is a building that they repurposed, but I think it's the former Women's League of Southern California. It is a beautiful building, actually, and it is a totally green building. So this must have been a playhouse, actually, that was part of the Assistance League, but within the movie set. I'm gonna try to learn more about this. It's just a fascinating little building here. A theater. Definitely not like the theaters we see downtown. And maybe it's not a theater anymore, but it's a... Oh, upside down. We're gonna cross. Oh, it's now just the Assistance League Playhouse. I don't know, in my mind it was more interesting to see. Oof. Anybody doing anything interesting today? I'm doing my laundry. I think I've mentioned that a couple times. This is a kind of run down little street, and it's mostly because as soon as the freeway came and cut these streets off, they just became inaccessible and kind of died. You can see it all over the city, actually. So I am about to sign off. Thank you for joining this little pop on. Last minute, actually I planned it a couple days ahead of time, but last minute Tuesday dealy. It was fun. I am going to go home, eat some lunch, do some Londo, get ready for tomorrow. I'll be live streaming. We're going to get something to eat. I planned on going around Hollywood, but I might just head downtown because I would love to support the protest if one is happening. So thank you guys so much for watching and walking with me. We are walking in LA. They say no one walks in LA, but they are wrong. We all walk in LA. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe and have an awesome day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!